Everybody, it's Eric Mashinsky, the Phenom Crypto Letter. I might even send this to Gold Investment Letter subscribers because we are at an inflection area, not point, but area in the cryptocurrency markets. And quite frankly, I have a longer history with GIL members because the newsletter has been around longer and actually was the first place that I had recommended Bitcoin back in 2016 under $500 per Bitcoin. So there are folks. I've mentioned this many times because I think I am going to send this to everybody that I have in my sphere of influence, and I'm going to make this brief, but you may want to listen to it. I think there are a few things that I've gotten right in my life, and basically, uh, investing in crypto has been good to me, and it's been good to people that have kept an open mind, along with sort of the development of the early days, to the point where I was very much aggressively pounding the table, virtually weekly, as we got into the bottom of the 2019 bear market, and then we got into the COVID crash. And right after that, I mean, I was extremely vocal. I believe clearly, it's not even a belief, it's just a fact that if you're a gold investor, you better pay attention to Bitcoin. It's essentially the first quote unquote competitor to gold that we've had in thousands of years, even though my firm belief is that these assets are complementary. They are not competitors at this juncture. However, I'm going to mention a few things tonight, and it's going to be information on some of the other tokens that I'm very heavy in that have just been destroyed since their peaks in March. Because what I want to get across is that any of you who, listen, the gold mining sector and the mining stocks and everything else, gold itself has done well for us um, fairly recently, and we've broken new highs, and that's wonderful. Silver's come out of its absolute decimation in the teens to come back near the $30 an ounce mark. However, the mining stocks, particularly the smaller ones, we're creeping up on a 4-year bear cycle. The producers, the blue chips, some of the mid caps, they've done well. The blue chips have hit new highs. But as far as our little tiny junior exploration companies, yeah, a lot of us are still suffering in that area. So if you want to have a unique arena in which to potentially make up a lot of money, whether our juniors pick up or not in the coming months, crypto is the place to be. I'll just say this real quickly. I mean, I'm not doing this to brag. I'm just telling you this because it's exciting. It's very exciting to share this information, and that is over the years, everybody's got different experiences. When you joined the letter, how active I've been during after you joined the letter. What kind of a market were we in? Was it a bull market? Was it bear market? Did I have some great picks? Did I have some shitty ones that you just, you're holding on to and I'm an asshole? Or do you have some that have changed your life on the upside? We've got all these types of people. So I would just ask you today, keep a bit of an open mind no matter what your status is, because I think there's a big opportunity right now, which is not going to stay open um, super long. In fact, seasonality hits crypto almost, I would say, even more so than it does with metals and mining plays and gold, in the sense that there are clearly 4-year cycles that occur in crypto led by Bitcoin due to the halvening event, which we just saw in April, meaning that half of the new supply that comes into the market daily is cut in half. So gold is sound money, and it actually incorporates, because it's very difficult to get more than, say, for example, 2%. I don't even know if it's ever been done where it's well over 3% of the world stockpile that can be produced in an annual year. and all the gold is still here from history because it doesn't get destroyed. So it actually has been a perfect money, if you will, because it also allows for population growth. But if you look at Bitcoin and why some people believe that this is going to be a preferred mechanism for quote unquote store of value, it's not that now. It's a venture capital risk network effect disruptive technology that is leading an entirely new financial system that is rising up out of the ashes in congruence with our fiat debt based fractional reserve banking system that is crumbling on the weight of enormous amounts of debt, and it's all debt based and printing based. And this is a very, gold, I look at it right in the middle, and it still is the lion and the safest place for my capital in the world. But if you're here, likely, whether I'm talking right now to those of you on Gold Investment Letter or the Phenom Crypto Letter, you're here to speculate a little bit as well. Going for whether it's a mining stocks with a new discovery that we can hit out of the park tokens. And I'll say what I was going to mention is that I've had plenty of my share of 5, 10x plays in the junior markets that have been publicly picked through the last, over a decade at the Gold Investment Letter. I've actually had my share of larger than that returns. We've had, I'm not going to say a multitudes, but certainly a couple of handfuls of plays that have been picked where we had 20, 40, 50, even 100x return on one name in particular, but even somewhere in between there with a few of the ones that we were able to nail. So when you have those type of returns, that's the reason that I actually went from I was very involved in tech venture capital, where you're dealing with the private markets. And when I stumbled upon junior mining stocks, that was the crypto, that was the altcoins, that was the speculative area where you can make 10 to 50 to 100 times your money if you're early, if you're right, if you know how to hold, when to buy, when to sell, and you get a little lucky, right? But uh crypto, I've made hundreds of times my money in many different tokens, going particularly into the 2021 um, cycle peak, bullish cycle peak, and it changed my financial profile forever. Knock on wood, I think it's going to be very difficult for me to be homeless going forward. Prior to that, who knows? I've had my ups and my downs, but uh, the wealth creation factor with crypto is astounding. And I would just say this: if you do not own any Bitcoin, or in particular, one of the things I'm extremely bullish on right now is Ethereum. So I'm going to just wrap it up with the Gold Investment Letter people, and then I'm going to pivot over to just those folks. And I would invite you, because I really haven't even announced this. In early 2023, near the bottom of the crypto bear market, I launched phenomcrypto.com. You can go there and literally just sign up for free updates. We have a premium service where if you really want to get into this and save a ton of time, I have put in more than likely over 15,000 hours of study in this space since 2016. I have done the work. I understand a good amount of this game. Nobody can stay ahead of it all because it's moving so quickly, but I have a good grasp of numerous fundamental things that could save you a lot of time, energy, and money, and could, if you're open to, getting involved and having a little bit more of a portfolio that is exposed to crypto, you could join the premium service. I mean, any one trade can, pay for that for a decade. I mean, we just had from September, October 2023 into March of this year, I believe we had 4 different tokens that I had been recommending that prior, 6 to 12 months, that went up at least 11 times. So, there was a lot of action there. And now the opposite, things have been decimated. So I am putting this out as call it, what do they say? Uh, community service alert or whatever. With my gold investment letter people, I tend to get vocal when I think that there's a new opportunity to get exposed to Bitcoin or re-exposed. You are not late to the party. We are in, I don't know, the third or fourth inning at best in terms of where this is really heading. This is going to be, it's a $2 trillion global crypto market cap right now, and that I believe will be over $100 trillion in the next 5 to 10 years. And so there are tremendous opportunities all throughout, excuse me, the ecosystem. But do yourself a favor and have a bit of exposure. This is me again. I've done this. If you've been here, I've been vocal and tried to highlight this stuff during times when I thought that things were very attractive and or, about to explode higher. I've had a pretty good track record if you look back through YouTube videos and writings with GIL, with picking bottoms, with ramping up communication right before things started to get saucy. And right now I'm saying I'm looking at Bitcoin at 56, 57,000, down, $10,000 in the past week and a half, 2 weeks since the Trump assassination attempt. There's a lot of political talk and jargon. It doesn't freaking matter. Nothing is going to stop crypto adoption, just so you know. It doesn't matter. You could have a tooth fairy that's the president of the United States, and it makes zero difference whatsoever. We need to take care of ourselves with our own sound money, protect our purchasing power, and ideally, this is where crypto and some of the junior miners come in, get ahead of the game and take care of everybody in our lives for generations and not have to worry about getting ahead and being on this treadmill. So that's it for today. I would say that if you have limited interest, please, now is your chance to get a bit of Bitcoin. And I would also say half and half or 2/3 and 1/3 to get started. Just buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. Screw your ETFs. If you have the money and you can go ahead and you can open an account on, say, Coinbase, or if you're European or Asian, go on Binance.com, the largest exchange in the world. Convert your fiat into the crypto sphere. What's going to end up happening in time, guys? Everybody's wondering, well, how do I get it back into my bank? You can do that very easily, but we're not going to want to bring it back into fiat eventually. Trust me on this. It's going to be garbage and worth toilet paper around the world over time. So Ethereum under 25, 2,600 is a steal. It's a steal. Bitcoin under 60,000 on this pullback, we might have into mid to late September, where what people think is frustrating. I mean, it's only been about 5 months of a channel, that is going between about, the mid 50s to 70K, and building this very bullish flag pattern. So anytime you can buy when those are dipping down in the lower end of the flag pattern, seasonally, actually, gold has a great month in September. It's one of the best months of the year. Crypto tends to have fairly weak August and Septembers, but this isn't about really that short term. This is about securing your future and having some Bitcoin. Have a Bitcoin on your side wallet that's going to be worth millions of dollars of Bitcoin in the coming 7 to 10 years. Anyway, this is my alert to you and my invitation. My alert is just I'm very bullish right now. And if you don't have enough exposure to crypto or any exposure, I would just encourage you to really take a serious look at it right now while all the headlines are pretty nasty and there's a lot of fear in the market. As far as the altcoins go, if you want to find some of the gems that we've got in AI, the ones that I think can duplicate successes I've had in the past of 50, 100, 200, 300, 400 times your investment. I'm not saying that those are going to be happening regularly. You have to go through periods of suffering like right now, but it is a wonderful time to sign up at phenomcrypto.com. At a minimum, get the free information. It's an astonishing new arena of monetary value and just value exchange in general. It's so much bigger than the argument of like if you're a gold bug versus like Bitcoin and what that is. You just don't get it. Okay. There's so much here to talk about. There's so much here to bet on, and there's astounding growth. So, anyway, please do sign up, take my invitation. If you join premium, I promise you very, very quickly you're going to get ideas and information. In fact, we're going to be doing a special Q&A for premium members next week. And then the following week after that, I want to make sure everybody's tightened up and ready to go. But while we're in these nasty markets, I'm going to clip it there for those of you that are GIL people listening in. I want to share. I'm going to do this on a separate video for our Phenom Crypto premium people, where I'm going to get into the mid caps and the very speculative tokens that I am focused on right now. But I'm happy to share with everybody the top five, call it blue chips, that I've bought more of all of these, with the exception of Solana, because I actually have got a very good position in Solana with a cost average under $20 per SOL. And but that one is very strong and has had very few pullbacks to get involved in. That's actually my number sixth one, that is basically saying if you have no Solana and you've been wanting some Solana, this is probably around the best you're going to get, buying it in the 140s. But the strongest buy right now is ETH under 25, 2600. Filecoin, FIL, under 350 to 375 is an absolute gift from heaven. Chainlink under 10 bucks again. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. And also another opportunity for those of you that might be light or not have those, to put these in your long-term core crypto portfolio and just forget about them for right now. These are very established names, by the way. These are multi-billion market cap crypto tokens. These are not the tiny, are they going to survive? Ethereum produces billions of dollars a year in fees. It is the real deal, and it is not going anywhere. Internet Computer Protocol is trading under 750 right now, which I cannot believe. This thing could go to $75 in this bull cycle and will not surprise me. I also want to feature another level one that I think is going to be in the conversation in the next couple few years as you look at what are the best ones. Ethereum is the dominant layer one. Solana is catching up to them with adoption because of their speed and lower costs. And there are a lot of really exciting platforms and dApps that are being developed on Sol. But Aptos, under, what do we got? Under 550 right now. APT, this one is, let me just double check that price, because that just sounds weird that it's even here. It is. It's 532. This is a great one. Not that the name that everybody knows yet, but this is like a future Solana to me. And another one that it's a number 29 token. So these are all top 50, even top 35 or 40 market cap tokens that I am highly recommending. People that listen to me or that you already know, well enough or know more than me in crypto. I'm a capital markets guy. A big part of what I think that I can do to help folks increase returns is when to spotlight, when to be deploying capital and buying things like this up, and when to be shaving them off, when to be just holding tight and not doing anything. Right now is a time where you want to do it in a measured way. I would welcome another leg down this month. I would welcome a scary ass flush in Bitcoin down into the 40 some thousands. It's possible. I don't think it's likely, but if it happened, you want to still have dry powder to add some of these names, because nothing is going to change in terms of the quality of these plays. But I haven't seen these this cheap in a long time. You're getting bear market prices in a bull cycle. And we are very likely, the crazy thing about crypto, guys, you have to remember, it's not like other asset classes where it's going to take this, months and years to repair, say, technical carnage or damage. When this market goes into that phase of crypto summer and into early crypto fall, it's parabola. It's parabolic movement and will go up so far, so fast, it will make your head explode. And what you need to have in place by then are some of these plays in at least appropriate, I would say between appropriate and meaningful position sizes. That is what I suggest today. Again, you don't have to get insane and buy, tons of these at this moment, but chip away, plant seeds. Trust me when I tell you, I am doing the same. And there are some of my positions that are down big on paper right now. And I don't care at all in the sense of like, am I afraid? Am I concerned? I am not. I am grateful for this opportunity because I've had multiple situations like this happen in the last cycle. And this is what made me the riches. It was when we had markets like this that everybody was scared. There's a lot of reasons to be concerned, but it's when I planted seeds and continued to accumulate these plays during environments like this. That's why I had such big winners. If you don't do that in these environments and can't, pull out contrary action to your feelings, you're just not going to have those type of profits. And it's not for everybody, excuse me. I know that. But for those of you that want to take some risk and those of you that know you should have some crypto, you should have more crypto, but you don't, now is when you act, not after it heats back up again, which is going to happen soon, soon, soon. All of a sudden, it'll be sometime later this month or in September. We're going to catch bids and things are just going to blow up. And it'll blow up so fast that you're going to think, then you're going to start thinking, I missed it. And you're going to miss the whole kit and caboodle. It's better to buy like an Aptos at 533 and have it go down to $4 where you can nibble on some more and even down to 325 if it's going to 50. Okay. That's how I'm thinking. And that's what's going to happen in some of these names. We're not talking about 20% ROIs. We're talking about 20x to 50x to 100x ROIs. And I'm talking about in a condensed period of time. So please, if you're concerned or if you have been worried, this is normal crypto market activity. Fortunately or unfortunately, for those of you that don't have the stomach for this, get the stomach because these opportunities are not. They're here now. They're gonna this cycle is gonna produce some massive gains, and then this thing is gonna start to become more and more institutionalized as prices are higher, and you're not gonna get the volatility on the downside and upside. If you want huge reward, there's always correlated risk, meaning if you want something that you think can go up 10 or 20 times, you got to be able to suck it up and see 30, 40, 50, 60% drawdowns at times. It's the way it works, guys. But I remain, and I'm excited right now. I literally have just moved six figures from two bank accounts over to Coinbase, over to my small MEXC account for the tiny little micro caps, and I also moved money from ETH and Coinbase into my MetaMask and Uniswap wallet, and I'm just buying all kinds of stuff. But these five, call it six with Solana, but those five you can take to the bank and add those right now. They are very cheap. Cheers, guys.